We're going to start with the right foot forward and the left knee down with the left foot or shin up on top of the surface that you're working with, whether it's the edge of your couch, your wall, or chair. Okay? So get yourself situated. And then the closer that your knee is to your furniture or your wall, the more intense the stretch is going to be through your quads and hip flexors. So you might start with your knee a little further forward away from that surface as you begin to walk your hands up on top of your right thigh. Now, the goal or the trick here is to keep a posterior tilt of your pelvis, this little pelvic tuck feeling as you come upright, and also to check in with the sides of the pelvis and see if you can drop or wrap the right hip down. The right hip might want to hike up towards the armpit or push out to the side. So you want to try to level yourself off as best as possible here. Okay? And then we'll be here for, about a minute or so. If this is like way too intense to be upright, you can always just take your hands back down to the blocks. That's why we've got them. Or you can again move your knee further away from your surface. And if you want a little bit more stretch, you might scoop your hips even further underneath you and even lean back a little bit or move your knee closer to your surface. Okay? Other options as you continue to breathe here for this last little bit are taking a side bend. You're reaching the left arm up and arcing up and over to your right. Again, trying not to hike the right hip if you do that. You could take your hand to your couch or chair or to the wall behind you. You could even add in a little twist of your rib cage to the left. Okay, so explore for yourself what you'd like to. And if it's, again, already a lot, maybe just being in center is totally fine. And that's where you land. Remember, take one more breath wherever you are. Good, now you're going to stay in the shape, but just do take your hands down to your two blocks on the tallest level and let your body angle forward a bit. And then start to push your foot or your shin into the surface. And just hold that pushing action, not the highest intensity that you could possibly push down, but kind of a medium. Like if your wall or couch or chair was a scale, you'd be adding like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 pounds of pressure on there. Hold it. Feel your quads activate. And then relax that and do the opposite and attempt to pull your foot or shin off of your surface, really strongly contracting your hamstrings. You might get a little cramping up because this is a very shortened range of movement. If that happens, just gently let it go and try to come back in. Okay, now relax your leg back down. We're going to do that one more time. Just push your foot or shin down into your prop and hold it and feel the whole front line of the leg activate. And then relax that and do the opposite and activate the back of the thigh, hamstrings, pulling, try to get your foot and shin off of your surface without changing where your body is in space. And it might actually not come off of the surface at all, but as long as you feel your hamstrings, you're in the right place. Good, and then relax it down, and then you'll just slowly extract yourself out of there. Maybe you kind of shift forward onto your blocks and your knees for a moment, wiggle your hips out. And then if you need to stand up to switch your sides, you can step yourself up, have your left foot forward, and take your right knee down to the padding, and we'll just go on to that second leg.